You're standing just inside the entrance to a storm drain that runs under the city of Fell's Keep. The circular tunnel is 8 feet in diameter, with a foot of water at the bottom that runs over your shoes, through the bars behind you, and out the end of the tunnel, water cascading down to the river below. Zan, you were told by Daughter Charlie that you can follow these tunnels to a secret entrance to the Twin Moon Tower. Once there, Daughter Jack has offered to send you all to the Dream Grove, where she claims you will be safe from the forces of the Queen's Guard who have begun arresting the daughters of Fell's Keep, claiming that they're responsible for the attacks on the city. You've made it into a storm drain as the sun slipped below the western horizon, and before you stretches a long stone tunnel that quickly fades into darkness. What do you do?
Cody is going to realize that water is still on the outside of all this, and so he is going to temporarily dismiss her and have her reappear inside at the gate.
All right. You watch as Cody just kind of like squeezes his eyes shut and goes,
"You okay there, bud?"
And then pop, water appears in the tunnel.
Yeah, just had to get water here. Hey, you're doing great. Just stay here, and if you see someone come near this gate, come running for me.
Okay, yeah, she's splashing around in the water. I think she hasn't gotten to swim in a while.
Aww.
She looks very happy.
Yeah, have fun. Woohoo.
Well, time to keep walking, I guess.
You know where we're going, right, Sam?
Yeah, I wrote it down.
Well, I mean, it's a single tunnel, so I don't see a lot of options yet.
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to branch?
Zan rifles through her notebook.
Zan is actively flipping through her notebook like, maybe? I don't know if that was the branch or if this is the branch.
I mean, if this is a branch, then there's not a lot of branching going on, so I'm going to guess that this is not, in fact, the branch.
All right, yeah, let's just keep going.
Perfect.
Well, we can always figure it out later. Hopefully it'll ring a bell.
We can deal with that when we get to it. So you're all just going to start walking down this tunnel?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tunnel. How bad could it be?
Yeah.
Ha 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 ha. Why would you say that?
Intentionally, because I know what will happen.
Oh, okay. Just to start shit. All right.
Buy water. Be safe.
She like settles down, kind of curled around one of the bars so she doesn't float out. The stone tunnel stretches forwards. As you walk, you feel that it's gently sloping upward. Along each side of the tunnel, you can see smaller tunnels branching off and up out of sight. The tunnels seem clean enough. The water at your feet is a little cloudy with dirt and the occasional leaf that floats past you.
My feet are all getting wet. My shoes are squishy. My socks. I don't like it.
You should take your socks off. Well, I mean, I guess it's too late now.
Yeah, I can't really. I'm wearing tights, so no.
Let's just hurry and get out of here as fast as we can so we can dry off.
Can I get some of you to roll a perception check?
I have night vision.
That's true. I will help by giving her advantage.
Erica, percept.
Great. That is a 21.
Jesus. Okay. Yeah, as you walk, everyone else, I guess, like puts a hand out to reach onto the next person's shoulder so they don't stumble and fall. The tunnel's smooth, though. You keep going for a bit. Erica, you catch a sight of something glinting in the water at your feet. And you reach down and pick up a copper coin that is likely washed down a storm drain at some point.
Hey, free money.
Whoa.
Nice.
Is there any more?
How much is that? Like a cent?
I
Like $1.
I've got $1.
Looks like a penny.
You see this? This was my wish, my dream, and I'm taking it back. Can I look up? Is there like a hole above or anything?
Yeah, you look up and there's nothing on the tunnel above you, but you're like pretty close to one of these side tunnels that juts off, and it kind of like extends off into the distance, and there's like water trickling down from this one into this main tunnel. And I think you can pretty easily put together that maybe these side tunnels are where they actually like connect to drains, and then they all travel down to meet this central tunnel,
Cool.
which is like deeper under the city. As you are looking up, you notice that there are slight discolorations on the stone of the walls, patches that are tinted darker than the surrounding wall. And as you lean in closer, you can see that there's some sort of like orange goop on the wall, though it looks like it's like almost dried out at this point.
Cody, like any kid who finds a fountain that has coins in it, just wants to kind of just immediately, it's like, oh, there's coins here.
This is not a fountain.
You know, gray water.
Well, like, you know, a shallow water thing is like looking down. Like he is now focused on finding more coins as they walk.
Great. Think about how Cody would search for something in pitch black darkness.
So Cody, having heard that there's money, is going to reach down to now one of his soaked sneakers and is going to cast light on one of his shoes, so that as he's like walking along, he can kind of just see in the water around his shoe.
Light up sneakers.
You got light up shoes.
Yes, excellent.
Great. Okay, you can all now see, although I imagine this is a very strange lighting situation because the light is, you're all lit from below and like through the ripples of water. So it's all like Technicolor. Cody, make an investigation check just for like,
Okay.
as you walk, I can tell you when you find things.
That is a 17 plus 3, a 20.
Nice. Yeah. Immediately looking down, you find a gold coin, you find 5 more silver coins, and like 18 more copper coins. Cody is just
Wow.
every so often just bending down, scooping money out of the like water.
Yay! 5 more coins. I'm rich.
Dang.
Great. All right. So you slosh through the tunnel. The noise of your feet in the water echoes around you. You pass lots of other tunnels leading off to the sides, and you are, I assume, carefully counting the ones that you pass. Erica, you notice with your still great perception roll, which I'll carry on, as you pass one of these side tunnels, you hear voices.
Okay, I gesture over to the party and I'm like, shh, listen.
Yeah.
From where you are, you can tell that the voices are like kind of echoing down from one of the side tunnels. The side tunnels are raised just like a little bit from this main tunnel and a little bit smaller, but they seem like they're still like main tunnels that branch out under the city. You can hear voices talking to each other in like hushed whispers. You can't make out really what they're saying, but you do catch a snippet of conversation. You hear someone say, "But why would the daughters do that?"
Does that voice sound recognizable to me at all?
Make an insight check.
That's a 22.
Yes, Jerry, one of the guards from outside the city.
Jerry.
Guys, it's Jerry. Jerry is down here. He's down that tunnel.
Why would he be down that tunnel?
Maybe they're looking for the daughters. But we should probably be stealthy.
Is he like down here or is it like an echo?
I mean, it might be an echo, but like I can hear what he's saying.
Okay, so
He's talking about the daughters.
splash quietly.
Yeah.
Like maybe
Or don't splash.
not splash. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one. Zan, this isn't the tunnel we're supposed to go down, is it?
Is it the 15th one on the...
Nope, it's not. It's like the, I don't know, 4th one.
Okay. Nope. Keep going.
Okay.
All right, I need you all to make a stealth check if you're going to try to not splash as you continue on past this tunnel.
18.
12 plus 3, 15.
Ooh. I have an 11.
11. Ooh. I have disadvantage, but it doesn't matter because the first one is a 1.
That's as low as you can go. Yeah, as you're sloshing by, I don't know, I guess Max just fucking trips and lands titty first in the water at the bottom of the tunnel. There's a loud splash and kind of like a clang as some of his like armory bits hit the walls, and you hear those voices stop talking and then someone say, "Who's there?"
Erica's shaking her fists.
Cody quickly turns his shoe off.
Okay, yeah, you all stand there in darkness for a few seconds, and then you hear Jerry's voice fainter at this point saying, "Is there someone in that alleyway?" And then you don't hear them anymore.
Erica's clenched fists turn to thumbs up.
They can't see you because it's dark. Those thumbs up are just for Erica.
It's just for me and just for the fans. Those thumbs up turn into finger guns.
Okay, great.
I don't think we quite deserve either of those. It was more of a luck-based thing and less.
I think it was entirely because they're not actually down here, but yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
We're just hearing them through like a sewer grate.
The clenched fists were for you guys.
Yeah, okay. So Max is laying on the bottom of the tunnel. He seems wet, but the voices are gone. Seems like you've avoided things.
Help Max up.
After a moment of quiet, and once he feels that things are settled, Cody will then light up his other shoe, just to be fair.
Nice.
Aw.
You find a gold coin.
I'm going to keep lighting up my shoes more often. Every episode. Shoes are lit up. Money, please.
Yeah, as you guys kind of breathe a sigh of relief, you look over and Cody's rooting around in the water and he's like, "I got a coin."
Hey, look what I got. Another one.
All right, shh. Can I also look for money?
Yeah, roll investigation.
We all have a lot of regrets about not looking for treasure in that one room, okay?
Uh-huh.
That's a 10.
Yeah, you see something shiny, you bend down, kind of root through the muck, you find a button.
Hell yeah.
It's pretty.
I put it in my pocket.
Great. It's a little wet still. So you continue down this main tunnel. As you walk, you carefully count the tunnels branching off in either direction. And finally, you reach the 15th tunnel, the one that is the first turn of Charlie's instructions.
All right, is this one?
Turn! You step up into the side tunnel. It's drier than the main tunnel with only like a small trickle of water at the bottom.
Oh, thank God.
And the tunnel continues forward and curves a little bit out of sight.
Cody's currently contemplating if burning hands would dry him off, but he decides quickly not to do it.
Okay, great. Little
Oh,
snapshot
good.
inside
Great.
Cody's brain.
Jasmin is keeping her, probably her left hand brushing against the side of the tunnel, mostly to reassure herself that there still is a side to the tunnel since she can't see very well.
Yeah, as you do that, you actually drag your hand through a small patch of something gooey. As you pull your fingers back towards yourself, you see that there is some like orange, I don't know, jelly on the wall.
Yeah. She tries to like fling it off her hand in disgust.
Chet, what'd you find, Jasmin?
It's just gunk on the walls. It's fine.
Ugh,
Yeah, there's probably a lot of that down here.
gunk.
All right. Yeah, as you make your way down this tunnel, I assume continuing to be like a little bit stealthy, but not like super slow, you hear voices again. It sounds like two people talking to each other in like very urgent whispers.
We listen.
Why is everyone whispering down here so much?
I don't think they're down here.
Zan, you say you're going to make a perception check, try to zero in on it.
Yeah,
I'd like to as well, if that's okay.
it's a 10.
Okay, yeah. Jasmine, you can do one too.
That's a 21.
Zan's like, "Wait, stop. I hear something." "No, nothing. It's fine."
Oh, it was just hat.
And Jasmine actually stops and listened. And down one of the offshoot tunnels, you can hear two voices that are speaking very quietly. It's hard to make out words with the echo, but they sound like they're arguing. You do catch a little snippet of one of the voices saying, "It's too dangerous with this many Queen's Guard around."
Do I recognize the voice?
Make an insight check.
All right. I rolled an 8, so that's a 14.
You do not recognize the voice. It sounds like a young person
Okay.
who is genuinely very scared.
Are we okay to keep going?
I think we're fine. I think those are all from upstairs.
Yeah, I don't think they're in the tunnels. Just voices carrying down the tunnels from above.
Actually, as you say that, you hear a little splash coming from down that tunnel.
Oh, never mind that. They might be here. We should continue.
Can we please keep going? God, this is the longest tunnel ever, and we keep stopping for coins.
As Zan is complaining, you hear a small voice go, "Who's there?"
Damn it. Gonna take out Hat and try to poke her a little bit to get her to make sounds.
Okay. Make an animal handling check, I guess. I think an advantage because she's your rat.
That's a 24, a natural 20 plus 4.
All right. You push a finger into your pet rat and play her like a little bagpipe. And she makes whatever noise you thought you wanted to come out of your rat, which is...
I just want her to make rat noises.
Rat noises. Great.
Cat opens her mouth and says, rat noises.
Just a little
Is that the noises rat makes?
I don't know. I had a hamster, not a rat.
They're basically the same thing.
They're basically the same thing, but guinea pigs make separate noises, so maybe it's not.
I know they can scream.
Yeah, Hat just goes, ah!
Ah, I'm being poked. Okay, yeah. Actually, from around the corner into that tunnel, you see a head peek out and then pull back around the corner.
Damn it.
The person you saw had pale gray skin and was glowing a little bit. And you hear whispering from down there that's like, "There's somebody here."
Hat, you were no help at all. Cody, turn off your shoes.
Cody will turn off his shoe and then quickly point at Erica, and she'll get the message. How important is it that we distract them?
I don't know. I don't know if they're going to hurt us.
Hey, you guys are cool, right?
The head peeks out again, and you see a young tiefling girl who is all pale gray and transparent. And she looks at you and then ducks back around the corner, and you hear her whisper something.
Did you say transparent?
We're not Queensguard, if it helps.
Are you a ghost?
You can't just ask someone if they're a ghost.
Why not?
You hear someone say, "Hey, don't talk to her like that." And you look down the tunnel, and there is another teenage girl, this time holding out a pocket knife towards you and glaring at you.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Just wanted to know if she's a ghost.
And hiding behind her is the gray glowing girl.
Erica summons her rapier and just points it and says, "Okay, let's not do that."
Oh, they look
Yep.
very nervous and both shuffle backwards down the tunnel a little bit.
Let's not summon weapons at all.
That was your de-escalation tactic?
I'm just protecting my friends. I lower my rapier as they back up.
Okay, we're not Queensguard. You're not Queensguard. Neither of us are Queensguard. We don't have to have weapons out.
The girl holding out a pocket knife is glaring at you. She says, "Who are you?" And she's body blocking you from the transparent tiefling girl who's behind her. The girl in front has a large bag slung over her body. She's wearing tattered brown clothes. Her skin is dotted with these intricate little markings, and she bares her teeth glaring at you, revealing these sharp fangs.
Max is going to walk in front of Erica and grab her by the wrist and push the rapier down so they're not pointing at each
I
other.
put my rapier down. Thank you very much.
Whatever.
He pushes it even further down.
Pushes it into the ground.
Now it's going backwards.
And then he's just going to raise his hand up and say, "Hey, it's okay. We're not here to hurt you. We're just walking through. We'll leave if you want us to."
Yeah, we're not here for you at all. We can both this sewer's definitely big enough for all of us.
Cody peeks out from behind Max and just kind of looks at the young girl who has the bag. And it's like, "Hey, yeah, we're not. You have a cool bag. I have a cool bag too." And kind of just takes off his backpack and kind of just holds it out. It's like, "Hey, we're cool."
Cody, that's maybe not.
The girl is like, "It's nothing. So you're not here to arrest us, right?"
Nope.
Definitely not.
I wouldn't even know how.
Couldn't if we tried.
Because I'll fight dirty. She like brandishes the pocket knife again.
Nice.
No, we're with the daughters, sort of.
We don't.
Oh. And the spectral tiefling girl behind her kind of floats out a bit. And she's like, you know the daughters?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I heard they're getting arrested.
Yeah, so as I said, we're obviously not really looking for the Queen's Guard either, so...
She turns to the girl with the knife and is like, maybe they could help us. And the girl with the knife is like, nope, we're fine. Go on, leave. Goodbye.
All right, bye.
We're trying to go find daughter Jack.
Okay, have fun. Bye.
We don't need to exchange stories. Like, we can just go.
Yep, bye.
Great.
Bye.
Yeah. See ya. Bye.
Erica narrows her eyes and keeps walking.
But if they're in trouble with the Queen's Guard, then shouldn't we probably help?
How?
The enemy of our enemy isn't necessarily our friend.
What do you want us to do? Like, I don't want to bring them with us.
I mean, I don't know, but we could at least hear out what their problem is.
They don't want to tell us.
They're not. It doesn't seem like they're super interested in talking to us.
They don't want us here. We don't want us here.
Dan points at her wet shoes.
Seems mutually agreeable.
They seem scared,
Yeah.
and I know what that's like.
Yeah, well, we've all been scared. We're in a sewer. It's dark down here. That's pretty par for the course.
Oliver, does Erica have any sense of what time it is?
It is like late evening after sunset. I'd say you haven't been in these tunnels for very long, probably on the scale of like half an hour. And you know it was around sunset as you were getting into the tunnels.
We don't have a ton of time for diversions, just because we do need to get to the tower, shortly after midnight. But if you really want to talk to them, Erica sighs and says, I guess we can do that.
Thank you.
Max is going to walk a little bit back towards them, and he has both his hands up, trying to be as non-threatening as possible.
Okay.
And he's just going to get within like 10 feet of whichever is in front. Do you need help with something?
At the same time, the girl in front with the knife says, no. And the spectral tiefling says, yes. The girl in front is like, shut up. You don't know them.
I'd like to help you if I can.
They like look at each other and you can, well, maybe Max can't tell. They look each other in the eye for a second and then look back at you, Max. And the girl with the knife is like, we're delivering a present. And she clutches the like large bag closer to her body to my grandmother's house.
Erica's shoulders drop and she looks at the sky or the roof of the tunnel and her mouth just opens. She's like, ah.
Okay. Do you need us to escort you there or something?
The girl with the bag is like, no, we need to deliver this present to the store. I mean, my grandmother's house by the east gate, but the tunnel's blocked. There's some kind of slimy thing down there.
Can I do an insight check?
Yeah, go for it.
These girls sound like drug dealers. I have to deliver it to the store. I mean, grandma's house. That is a 13.
They're lying. That's as much as you can get. They do seem very nervous.
Erica, again, just looks at the ceiling and says, they're not even telling the truth. Let's just go. They're probably delivering drugs. I don't know what's going on. Let's just go.
The ghostly tiefling girl is like, they're not drugs. They're just books. And then the girl with the knife tries to whack at her, but her hand just passes right through her. And they both feel very awkward about this and just kind of look at each other for a minute and then look back at you.
Books? What about?
Yeah, the girl with the knife kind of pulls her bag behind herself a little bit. They're cupcakes for my grandmother, and I need to get them to her house, and I didn't ask for your help.
They're books about cupcakes. Are they recipes?
Yes.
Why are the recipes a contra? Oh, are they
old recipes?
Yeah.
No, they're new cupcakes that I baked today, and I'm taking them to my grandmother's house.
Eric in the background. Oh!
Erica takes psychic damage from bad lying.
Max just turns around to face the group and is like, you guys can do what you want. You can stay here, whatever.
They're not real cupcakes, Max.
Even if they're lying, I can't just like let them get hurt. They're kids. I have to help them.
I'm 16. I'm not a kid.
Shut up. We're not talking to you.
I agree, and plus if they have books, we might be able to get like a history book or something that would be really helpful for us.
I don't think they have books. They've got cupcakes.
They don't have cupcakes, they have books. They're not that good at lying.
I'm with Max. I'm helping.
All right, well, we've been talking about this for like 15 minutes now, which is, I think, a new record for wasting time with random people that we meet in the sewers.
Because you guys won't help them. If you would just come help, we'd be on our way doing this, and we'd be back doing what you want to do here shortly.
It's not what we want to do. It's not what we want to do, Cody. We have to get out of here. We're going to be arrested.
Fine, let's just go. What did they say? There was slimy stuff? Let's go stab the slimy stuff and then go back to whatever we were doing.
I'm fine with that.
Yes. Cool.
All right.
Good. Glad it's
Stab.
decided.
I'll turn back around and be like, point us in the direction of the blockage.
The girl with the knife kind of like crosses her arms and narrows her eyes looking at you, and the spectral tiefling girl just points down the tunnel the way you were headed.
Perfect.
Cool. Oh, yeah, we were going that way anyway.
Come with us. Don't. Whatever you feel safer doing, we'll go do that.
But maybe like no more knives pointed at us. That would be cool.
You have a big knife.
Yeah. And guess what? I didn't bring it out till you pointed your knife at me.
All right, well, no more knives pointed at each other. I'm very far down the tunnel already.
Okay, great. Zan has walked off.
Zan can't even see. Zan's just walking away.
Yeah, she's walking. She picked a random direction. She's walking in it.
Her two hands out in front of each other, trying to like feel down the tunnel as she storms off.
This would go a lot faster if somebody else was up here.
Great.
Erica just quickly walks after Zan and grabs her by the shoulder and is guiding her down the tunnel.
Okay, great. All right. So yeah, you all continue walking, Zan and Erica at the front. I assume Jasmin and Cody in the middle and Max bringing up the rear, and then trailing like 20 feet behind your group are these two girls who keep like whispering at each other and looking at you.
Cody keeps kind of looking over his shoulder back at them, kind of slowing up as he goes, and Max just kind of keeps, I guess would have to kind of keep pushing him ahead. He wants friends to like him. He doesn't like the fact that there's nerves.
All right. So yeah, you continue down the path towards the daughter's tower. As you reach the next turn in Charlie's instruction, you see the slime thing. The tunnel branching off of this one that you're supposed to take is completely filled with an orange gooey mass. It is just sealing up the tunnel that leads towards the daughter's tower. As you stop in front of it and just, I guess, kind of look at it, the girls at the back point to it, and the spectral one says, "That's the way we need to go."
Can't you just pass through it?
Why would you think they could just pass through it?
Well, I just saw one of her hands pass through the other.
Well, we're not going to yell any more slurs here, but like, I think we all understand.
Listen!
The girl says, "I can't carry the bag of cupcakes."
That makes sense.
Classic.
Okay, what's your names?
Oh, I'm Issa, she, her.
Why do we need to know their names?
This is, and the other girl's like, don't.
Okay.
She continues and is like, "This is Alex, she, her. Nice to meet you."
Okay, yeah, nice to meet you too. I'm Jasmin. Well, we have to go this way too, so we'll help. We'll see if we can unblock this.
Thank you.
Zan already has her weapons out and is walking towards it aggressively.
Max is also walking towards it, but he doesn't have weapons out.
Okay.
He's just gonna give it a hug.
I don't need to know their names to stab this.
You walk aggressively towards the big pile of goo.
Max is gonna poke it with a finger, see what happens.
You're going to taste the slime, aren't you?
You don't know that.
Don't taste the orange slime.
Max extends a finger, pokes it into the slime. It goes into the slime.
Nothing happens.
No.
Doesn't hurt.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna taste it.
Okay.
No!
Pull back a little blob of it and you bring it to your mouth.
Can I make a dexterity check to stop him?
Okay, yeah. Zan and Erica make dexterity checks.
I'm not even good at dexterity, but
See if you can stop him.
I got a critical failure.
You actually shoved my finger into my mouth.
Luckily, I got a dirty 20, so.
Oh, okay, great. Erica kind of like swipes her hand out, and Erica, you miss and actually smack into the jelly. And as you pull your hand back, you are also coated in nasty goo. But Zan, you manage to just grab onto Max's wrist as his finger is a few inches from his open mouth.
Don't.
What?
Just
What?
Just because it doesn't like melt your finger doesn't mean that it's not like poisonous.
I just want to taste it.
Why?
I don't know.
I have a spell for this.
Jasmin is just quietly going through her spell menu behind them, I guess.
Can't just lick random monsters you find in the sewers.
Can I cast Detect Poison and Disease?
Okay, yeah, you can.
This is how plagues start.
Okay, I detect presence and identity of poisons, poisonous creatures, and diseases within 30 feet of me.
Yeah, the giant wall of goo lights up, I guess, for you.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely poisonous. Please don't eat it.
See?
Erica's violently shaking off her hand.
As you are all standing there distracted by Max trying to eat the big poison goop, a big tendril of slime has extended from the blob and is going to reach out and smack Zan. And it gets a 27 to hit.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, great. And you take 8 bludgeoning damage
Oof.
and 5 acid damage.
Oh, boy. I have to do math.
Oof.
It's a big enough number to do math.
And you are now in initiative, in combat, so roll initiative.
All right.
Got a 15.
A 10.
Max has 14.
12 for Cody.
That's a 1.
Okay.
So good. Just throw that dice away.
First up is Zan.
I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on it, and then I'm just going to slash at it with my short sword.
Amazing. Go ahead and roll an attack.
It's already gone, right? That was its attack on me. It's already gone.
Yes.
Ooh, 9.
That hits.
Okay.
It's jelly.
I'll take it.
It's a wall.
It's a wall of jelly. It's not very hard to hit or miss.
5, 6, that's 11 slashing damage plus 6. So that's 17 points of
Jesus.
damage.
Yeah, Zan reaches out with her short sword and just slices from diagonally across this jelly, and it cuts the jelly right in half, and these 2 separate blobs that have been created slurp, slurp down to the ground next to each other. It did not take any damage from that, but there are now 2 jellies.
Ah! It's like a fucking anemone.
Well, yeah, I'd say it is our enemy.
I was going to make the same joke.
Nailed it. It is Max's turn.
Nope. I'm not engaging with this. Somebody else hit it.
Max is going to summon Sword and Shield
Uh-huh.
and try to hit one.
Great. I'll say you hit slime number 1.
It's also a 9.
That hits.
Yep. I got 10 damage, by the way.
Awesome. So after seeing Zan just slice out with her sword, cut this giant jelly into 2 separate jellies, seemingly does no damage, Max summons his own sword, reaches out with it, slashes one of the jellies in half, and splits it also into 2 jellies, doing no damage whatsoever. Next up is Cody.
Hey, Cody, do you have a sword?
The sword seemed to be helping.
I have a quarterstaff. Jasmin, where are you? And are you kind of back with Cody while they're up?
Yeah, she's in the back. She was talking to the 2 girls when this started, so.
Okay. Cody takes a couple steps forward, gets within 15 feet of all the slimes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's overpower this one. Pulls out his spunk card, and he's going to cast Burning Hands at level 2.
Great.
That also lets me spell sculpt around 3 people, so I'll miss all my friends.
Nice.
And so that is...
You no longer have to play favorites.
It's a dexterity saving throw on the slimes.
You can imagine how dexterous the slime is.
Yes.
All right. I'll do the bigger slime first. It gets an 11.
That does not save.
Small slime number 1 gets a 12.
Does not save.
And small slime number 2 gets a 14.
Does save. So that's 12 for the 2 that did not save and 6 for the one that did save.
Great. Yeah, you see Cody pull out his card and just blast down this tunnel. The 2 girls who are falling behind you both gasp, and the ghost girl covers her eyes because it looks like Cody has just incinerated Max, Zan, and Erica, who are standing in front of the slime. But when the steam clears, you now see 1 small slime, 1 very small slime, and just a smear where the other little slime was.
Once again, Cody does damage.
I need
Nobody else does.
these 3 people who were standing right next to the slime to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, that's fun.
Hope y'all are okay.
Just from the noxious poison
It's a
gas.
15.
I got a 6.
It's a 16 for Max.
Max and Erica save, so they only take half damage.
Ooh, it's one of those, huh?
Uh-huh.
Oh boy.
Zan takes 7 damage, and then Max and Erica take 3 damage. Poison damage.
What did they take the damage from?
So Cody evaporated the poison slimes.
Oh, I don't like this.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know it would do that.
It's okay.
Zan is doubled over a little bit, just kind of fanning the air.
I'm okay.
Erica looks over to Zan. I know it's bad, but it's not that bad. Just chill out.
Zan's got tears streaming down her face. Shut up. Really sensitive to smells, okay.
This is a scent-free tunnel, please. From the tunnel behind you, actually behind where Jasmin is standing with Issa and Alex, you hear a low rumble and the sound of something heavy being pulled along the stone floor. And around the bend emerges a long creature slithering on the floor. You immediately recognize it as a 15-foot-long alligator. It opens its enormous jaws and lets out a hiss before lunging at probably Alex, because she's at the back. So I'm just going to play Dungeons & Dragons with myself for a minute.
Yeah. More things to fight.
The alligator got an 8, and it misses, and Alex yelps and scrambles back out of the way of this big alligator that is right in front of her. So next up is Jasmin.
Okay, so I guess I turned around the moment that I heard the scraping.
Yes.
And I would have seen this.
Yes.
I think Jasmin very quickly browses through her spell list and it's Shillalag, and points at it. And I'm going to cast Shillelagh.
Uh-huh.
And I'd like to step in between this thing and the teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd like to hit it with my staff.
Great. Roll an attack.
All right. This means I can use my spellcasting stat for attack and damage, which is
Oh, shit.
a lot better.
Then your like strength attack.
Uh-huh. So it's plus 6. 16.
All right. Yeah, that hits.
2 plus 4 is 6 radiant damage to it.
Damn. Yeah. You all kind of turn around as you hear this like freaky alligator hissing noise and do in fact see an alligator who bites at Alex. And then Jasmin heroically steps between the teenager and the alligator, raises her staff, clicks something in the menu. The staff glows with beautiful swirling light. She whacks it on the head. Thump. And as she does that, sparks of pink and yellow energy just go like flying out of this impact area, and the alligator staggers backwards a little and bucks its head in the air and hisses again. Next up are the slimes. So they are still next to Zan, Erica, and Max. So slime number 1 is going to form a little tendril and just smack Zan right across the knees.
Ooh. Ow!
18 to hit.
No, it does not hit! Ha ha ha!
Really? Holy shit. I buffed you a lot. All right. Yeah. Zan, doubled over in noxious gas pain, stumbles back out of the way, and the slime's arm just slaps against empty air. The even smaller, itty bittier little slime is going to try to hit Max because it remembers he was the one who tried to eat it.
Mm-hmm.
And it gets a 13 to hit.
Not even close.
It doesn't hit. It's just like a teeny little arm goes out and goes, whap, and like hits against his shoe.
It makes an adorable sound.
Next up is Erica's turn.
It's me. It's a me. I am going to cast Bane on the 2 slimes.
All right.
So they are going to make a charisma saving throw.
Extremely charismatic slimes. The first one gets a 2. The second one gets an 8.
They both fail. So every time they attack or do a saving roll, you have to roll a d4 and subtract that from their roll.
Perfect.
And then I'm going to use a bonus action to disengage and back up out of melee range from the slimes.
You are now out of melee range of the slimes. You are also decently far from the alligator. I assume you did not want to get up in there.
Yes.
Back up directly into the alligator.
Right into its mouth.
Next up is Zan's turn.
I am going to... Okay, I have a question.
Mhm.
I hunters marked the big slime.
Yes.
Where did that go?
It's a good question. I'm going to say they both have Hunter's Mark on them.
Okay.
I say they both have Hunter's Mark because that seems like it would match with them splitting into 2 entities.
Okay. I'm going to turn around and sort of chuck my sword away in a direction that nobody else is in.
Mhm.
And then draw my bow.
Yep.
And fire at the alligator.
Do it.
That is a natural 20.
Oh, dang. That hits.
Woo!
Roll some damage.
Do 6. So that's a 10 points of damage.
All right. Yep. This arrow sinks like a good 8 inches into this thing's face, and it just recoils in pain.
Ugh.
This alligator is looking very rough.
Face shot.
And that is Zan's turn. Max, you're up. You and Zan are standing next to some slimes. There's an alligator biting at children behind you.
I have no magical attacks.
Uh-huh.
So I'm just gonna go hit a gator.
Both of the slimes make opportunity attacks. They both fail.
Yep.
Did you even look at them?
They whack you on each of your butts.
Just a little love tap. So I'm gonna go smack that gator in the face. And I get a 14 to hit the gator.
That hits. Roll damage.
6 plus 4, 10 damage.
You have murdered it.
Woo!
Yay.
Later, gator.
How do you do that?
If The arrow hit it in one side of the face.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to go stab it in this other side of the face in the same place.
Great.
Just for symmetry's sake.
Mm-hmm. Like under the jaw area.
Yeah, you stab it through, and the gator stops moving completely. Its eyes opened and glassy, and Issa, the spectral teeth thing, turns around and clutches her stomach and is like, "Ugh."
Yeah, maybe don't look at that. Don't.
Alex has like both her hands up in front of her face and is like, "Oh, I don't like that."
Yeah, that's. Don't.
Philosophical question. Can a ghost vomit?
She didn't vomit anything, so you don't know.
Guess it depends on if the ghost ate before.
Let's not talk too much about ghost yarts. I know I brought it up, but I hate it.
All right, fair enough.
Next up, it's Cody's turn. You got 2 little slimes.
They're gurgling and they're like, help us.
Cody is momentarily distracted by the alligator mauling that's occurred. He's just like, what? And he turns back around and sees Zan just kind of between 2 slimes. And he still has Spunk's card in his hand, so he just holds it out and he hits, instead of burning hands, magic missile, and is going to shoot 2 darts at one slime and 1 dart at the other.
Cool. I assume you will do it proportional to their sizes.
Yeah.
Roll some damage.
Okay, so 2 darts for the big one, a 9 to the one that's least hurt,
Okay.
and a 2 for the one who is most hurt.
Great. You all watch as Cody draws his Codymon card, and these 3 swirling missiles of pink and yellow and purple magic shoot out from him and slam into these 2 slimes that are behind you, Zan. As the kind of gunk clears and you look at the slimes, they are now extremely small. You got 2 baseball-sized slimes left that did a big chunk of damage.
Awesome. Cody looked on his card, is like, okay, good job, Spunk.
Good. Yes, I love it. Erica, you are up next.
I would like to use vicious mockery against the slightly bigger slime.
Great. What do I have to do for that?
This tiny slime has to do a wisdom save.
Got a 12.
It's not going to do it.
All right.
It's actually higher than I was expecting from a tiny slime.
Yeah, that is.
Same.
Yeah, does it even have a brain?
It has -4 intelligence, but only -2 wisdom.
It's so wise. It has lost all of its other stats. All it is left is wisdom.
That's just brain goo.
I do appreciate that it has a 1 in charisma. Like a -5 modifier on charisma is this slime.
Poor little guy.
Right? You'd think that'd be somebody's thing.
I mean, we know that it's Noelle's thing.
What?
So it's going to take 1d4 of psychic damage. And I'm just yelling, die, you little booger. I had something else written, but it doesn't fit for a 1 point of damage. I feel like it has to be a bad insult for like 1 point of damage.
Is that how much it is?
Yeah, it's just 1 point of psychic damage. I rolled bad.
It gets 30% smaller. I guess it lets out like a little like flirt. Now you have 2 extremely small slimes next to you, Than. And it's your turn.
Can I just step on one of them?
Go for it.
I'll say it's an unarmed.
Yeah, just roll an unarmed attack, I guess.
15.
Yeah, you hit it. Did you slip on the bigger one or the smaller one?
The smaller one.
Okay, great.
What's the 1 point from unarmed plus another 4 points from Hunter's Mark?
You step on it. Splat. It's dead.
I immediately have regrets about this. I'm like looking at the bottom of my shoe.
Yeah.
I guess we were already in the sewer, but like
It's not a sewer, it's a storm drain.
now it's on my foot. Okay.
Unless someone's pooping in the street, it's not poopy down here.
Oh, this isn't one of those kind of medieval fantasy cities?
Yeah, I don't know what level of medieval we're at.
I think many modern cities, people are still pooping in streets.
Yeah.
It was made clear by our wonderful DM that all nastiness is magicked away.
Yes.
Yeah, but some people choose to be nasty. For them, nastiness is a lifestyle.
Some people come down the storm drains for this express purpose.
I can't argue with that one.
I hate this.
Who's next?
Max, it's your turn.
I'm like 20 feet away with the alligator, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm going to take out the javelin and try to hit it.
Okay.
Just cuz.
I'm standing right next to it like, yeah, get it. I trust you with this javelin.
Yeah. Roll an attack.
Please, natural one. Please.
It's an 8.
That hits, I guess.
Okay.
It's slime. It doesn't have any armor. It's not very dexterous.
But it is a very small target.
I feel like this should have been more of a like skill check.
It is an extremely small target. Yeah.
Hitting the slime instead of me.
Okay. That's 9 damage.
Yeah, Max heaves a javelin towards Zan, I guess. And Zan, you watch as it splatters through the slime at your feet. The slime just is gone.
Fuck yeah, dude.
He has obliterated it from this dimension. That's how hard it got hit with its 1 hit point left.
Nice.
Defeated by slimes and alligators.
What did you want us to do? Have a tea party with them?
No,
Yes.
All right.
I just thought we would step on them or step around them.
We wanted to hit things or mock them to death.
Well, hello, and welcome to Dice Disasters. This is the part of the show where we stop pretending to be other people and start pretending to be ourselves. I'm Alan, and with me today, we have Oliver and Allison.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Ooh, spooky Oliver voice back.
Yes.
But not old man Oliver voice.
This is a spooky episode.
There's ooh in a drain. Things are exciting.
And wet.
Is there anything worse than like when you were a kid and like you had like walk outside in the rain and you just had wet shoes for the day?
Wet
Like-
socks.
Oh,
Because if your socks at least stay dry, you're okay. But like there's how like cold and clammy your feet get with wet socks. It's bad.
yeah.
One of the like, I don't know, my dad took a lot of home videos and there's one of me walking up to a puddle when I'm like 3 and just sitting in it. So I don't think baby child me cared about that at all.
I can remember going to the shoe store as a kid, getting new shoes, and like pointing at like the sneakers, how they had all like the thin like mesh fabric, and
Yes.
being like, I don't like this. Water gets in this. I think as a kid, I would have loved to order like galoshes to school every single day that it was raining, because I was like, I don't understand why shoes are designed this way. There's a fault. Fix this.
Yeah.
Okay, but like those sneakers that have like the little holes in them, they're kind of the leathery or plastic, and they just have like a bunch of little holes. Have you ever stepped out of water in those and just watched the water stream out of those little holes?
I have
Because
not.
it's great.
Oh man. Well, anyways, thanks y'all for listening to this fun episode of the podcast.
Yeah. I always wonder, like, I've been writing transcripts for the show and adding in like DM notes that are like, this is why I did this like this. And I always wonder, like, should I include some of this stuff in the mid-roll? Because the like drain thing is like a very specific moment from my childhood that I just slapped into this episode. Should I talk about that now or save that for another time?
Let's save that for like our behind the scenes episode, so we have more time
yeah.
for you to go into it.
Speaking of which, if you have questions for any of us, you are welcome to tweet them at us. We're at Dice Disasters on Twitter, or ask on our Instagram, dice.disasters. But you can also join our Discord, where we have like a whole channel set up where people are sending us questions to one day answer in some sort of behind the scenes episode.
Yeah, there's some really good questions in there already. I'm super excited.
Yeah, so Discord's just like a chat app, and you can find a link to it on our website, dicedisasters.com.
There you can also find the transcripts that Oliver has been working on, and they're really cool. You can read the transcripts in dark mode, or like they have little emojis of our characters. We don't have all the episodes up yet, but we're working on it, and it's so cool.
Speaking of which, I am paying somebody to help write the transcripts. I think it's really important to pay people for labor. And so if you want to pitch in to help out with that, we have a Patreon where you can give us as little as like $3 a month that will help go towards like paying somebody to write transcripts or like helping us pay for hosting fees. Right now, we're just paying out of pocket. So if you have a few bucks to spare, you can go to patreon.com/dice disasters. And we would really appreciate it. Yeah. Shout out to our Patreons, past and present, like Kayla B, who actually has a character named after her in this episode. Daughter Kayla is named after Kayla B. And also to Vex Batch, one of our newer Patreons. We really appreciate your support.
At the $3 tier too, you get access to bonus episodes. We only have one right now, but we're planning on recording more soon.
Speaking of NPCs, we have 3 NPCs this episode who are named after listeners. We have Daughter Kayla, as Oliver just said. That's at The Great Saspy on Twitter.
We have Issa, the tiefling, who is a ghost.
Ooh.
And she is named after Issa Jansen, who reviewed us on Facebook.
And then we have Alex, the vampire. And Alex has been one of our very loyal supporters. You can come say hi to them over on Discord.
Absolutely. Well, anyways, thanks for listening. Also, still super important, please support Black Lives Matter however you can. The link is in the description to this episode, blacklivesmatter.carrd.co. Go there, help out however you can. Let's keep this fight going.
We love you.
Thank you for listening.
Yeah, enjoy.
Love you. Bye.
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 Cody kind of just slowly, shyly looks back at Alex and Issa and is like, it's clear now.
Fixed it.
We did it.
Bye.
Issa is transparent and like one color, but you swear her face is like turned green and she is trying very hard not to look at the just fucking decimated alligator next to her.
Oh yeah, we really fucked that thing up, huh?
She's like, thank you. I guess we'll be on our way now. And starts tugging Alex in the direction of the tunnel. And Alex takes a moment to pull her eyes away from the carnage and is like, yep, thanks. Okay. And they scoot past Erica and they're, excuse me, sorry. And then they like scoot past Zan and they're like, excuse me, sorry. And then continue on down the tunnel.
This is really awkward because we're going the same direction. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Are we about to do the thing where we say bye to each other and then walk in the same direction?
I hate this. This is so much worse than the alligator.
Can I scan the alligator before we leave?
Oh, yeah. You can scan the alligator.
All right, I scanned the alligator.
Jasmin pulls up her spell menu and you see a little light come out and go like,
Don't be an alligator, Jasmin.
Jasmin, are you sure you want to be that? That's scary and big.
I mean, I don't want to be it, but sometimes it's useful to be big and scary.
Gotta catch them all.
Does it do like a pre-death scan?
I think so. I mean, I scanned the mushroom when it was dead, and I don't think it's a dead mushroom that I scanned.
It's just like weird that you would be able to scan this and you wouldn't, like when you turn into it, you wouldn't have like an eye missing.
I really would prefer not to have an eye missing.
I think that would be even cooler, scarier.
I mean, it would be very scary.
A one-eyed alligator gets a higher intimidation check than a two-eyed alligator.
Was a one-eyed one, two.
Damn it, Talia!
Green, purple, Jasmine eater.
One-eyed, one-tailed, mean, nasty alligator.
Alice has no idea what we're talking about.
I really don't.
It's a dumb American song, I guess.
I also don't know what it is.
Something one-eyed, one-winged, something purple people eater. I don't know what the first
Are you
word.
talking about Sephiroth?
No.
Only one winged thing I know is Sephiroth.
We're all avoiding the fact that that the fact that we're walking in the same direction as these people we just said goodbye to.
Are you walking after them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they walked off in the direction we need to go, right?
Yes. All right.
Not gonna say anything. I'm gonna pretend this isn't happening.
Yeah, you step up into this side tunnel and start walking along. You can see Issa and Alex farther down the tunnel talking to each other, and Issa kind of like looks back and sees that you're following them, and they start walking a little bit faster.
Great.
I'm not going to try to keep up with them.
Yeah, we're gonna walk a little bit slower. I'll let them just go away.
At some point, they turn off into another side tunnel, and as you're walking up, you pass it. You see Alex's boots as she's climbing up a ladder at the end of it through a trapdoor. Issa's at the bottom of the ladder, and she nervously waves again and then floats up the ladder, and they're gone.
Wait, weren't we going to get books?
Nope.
Max is going to wave back and just yell off into the distance, "Bye, be safe, make good choices."
You hear Issa like, "Okay, bye."
Don't do anything I would do.
The teenagers are gone.
I really thought the book thing was a good idea.
You can't read.
No, but Erica can read.
I can.
They were cupcakes.
Book flavored cupcakes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Extra dusty.
plenty of fiber.
We keep walking through the storm drain. Brr, brr, brr.
Yeah, you find the last turn of Charlie's instructions, and at the end of this small offshoot tunnel, you find a ladder leading up. You climb the ladder, and at the top, the space abruptly ends in a just metal ceiling. You intuit this is some sort of trapdoor made of black metal. It doesn't move when you push on it.
Did we get ourselves stuck back in an underground facility?
Who's at the top of the ladder pushing on it?
I feel like it would be Zan.
It's probably me. That sounds like me.
Maybe we have to say the thing again?
I'm just gonna knock on it.
Clonk, clonk, clonk. You don't hear any response.
Hello?
So nothing happens?
No, nothing happens when Zan yells at the metal.
Is there any kind of visible lock on the inside?
Make an investigation check.
I forgot we could do shit like that.
You all just stop.
Guess we're stuck.
I don't know. There's something in the way. Guess we lay down here and waste away.
Well, we're done. We lose Dungeons and Dragons.
13.
Max, Zan's up at the top of the ladder and she's like, I don't know. It's blocked. And so you're like, got this. And you start climbing up the ladder. And I guess when you get to where Zan is, kind of just like brace yourself on the side of the tunnel and crawl around her and start feeling around on this trapdoor. You do not find any sort of like keyhole or anything like that. Though while you're kind of feeling along this black metal, you find a small indent. You trace your fingers over it and suss out that it is an engraving of 2 crescent moons.
That's helpful. Can I just try to give it a good shove?
Yeah, make a strength check.
That's 1.
All right.
Oh no.
Yikes.
No.
You like try to like brace one leg on the rung of the ladder and one on the wall of the tunnel and put 2 hands on this and just push. And you fall off the ladder, grabbing onto the closest thing you can, which is Zan. And you rip her down off the ladder after you. You fall about, I don't know, like 5 feet into a heap at the bottom. You're all tangled up on each other. It's super awkward.
That's exactly what I assumed was going to happen.
Yeah.
Anytime somebody in this party rolls a 1, I get hurt.
That's how it works.
Kind of weird that way.
Neither of you take any damage.
Damn it.
Ow.
What did you do?
Look, there's a lot of slime on my shoes. It's slippery.
Did you get it open?
Yeah, it's super open now, Cody.
Oh, great.
Can I try and climb up?
Yeah. You climb up the ladder.
I would like to put my hand on the thing and sit and just say, what was it? The tenets of the Daughters of the Twin Moons are relentless kindness and bravery.
The hash gives a little click and you feel it raise up a little bit away from your hand.
Why would Charlie's tell us about the first thing and not this one? God damn it, Charlie.
Charlie, somewhere in the healer's tent, is just screaming, "I'm sorry!"
I forgot to tell you about the secret trapdoor.
I got it.
Great.
All right, let's get up there.
Soggy now. Gross.
Jasmin, you push on this trapdoor and it swings open. You are emerge into a very dark space. But when Cody makes his way up the ladder and you have light from his jumpsuit, you see that you are in the armory in the basement of the Twin Moon Tower. The place looks like it has been like pretty cleaned out. There's like not a lot of armor or weapons here as the last time you saw it.
Where'd all the stuff go?
Probably with all the daughters.
Hey, Erica, where was
Jack.
Jack? Wow, that was weird. I know that name.
Well, I mean, I left Jack up in the dorms. So let's find our way to the dorms.
Okay, we don't even know like where in the building we are, I guess, because we didn't enter from the outside. So
Look, the only way is up. I think we could just go up.
Great.
okay.
You follow Erica up this small stone staircase and you emerge in that large circular chamber in the center of the tower. It's got those like two big white marble discs on the ground where you got your moon's blessings with mirrors around the edges of the walls. And as you walk up there, you see Jack, and she is standing on top of the moons and has her hands on her chest and is muttering something with her eyes closed.
Hey, Jack.
She turns around and like fumbles in her robes and a dagger goes like clattering onto the ground and she's like, ah! Ah!
Oh
Oh,
no.
it's okay. It's okay. We're
Yeah.
back. I'm back.
Ah!
I brought everybody.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I thought you scared me.
If it wasn't us, though, that's not a great way to use a dagger.
She like visibly shrinks even smaller and like goes and like picks it up.
Be nice, Zan.
Sorry, I'm not very good at this.
You're doing great, Jack. Don't listen to Zan.
Fine.
As soon as Noelle, who is still in the form of water, the blue otter.
was with us.
Oh yeah, she was just hanging out the whole time, just kind of watching. But as soon as she sees Jack, she scurries forward and turns into the bronze dragon, leaps from the ground, like flapping her wings, rushing towards Jack. And Jack gasps and starts stumbling backwards. And then just as the dragon is about to collide with her, it vanishes. And Noelle is back in her human form, the woman with long, wavy brown hair, who is now wearing a black tunic that like goes down to her knees and has pants wrapped around her neck like a scarf.
I forgot about that.
Jack! And she's like laughing and holding her hand out, palm up, touch. And Jack's like, oh, and Noelle, what are you doing here? And she holds out her hand and places it on Noelle's, and both of their eyes just go blank.
Oh, I guess they knew each other.
It literally never occurred to me that Noelle might know some of the daughters.
When Jack lets go, she gasps and turns to face all of you. And she's like, you found some of the egg? That's what was causing the disturbance?
The egg?
Egg? I don't know what she's talking about. Egg? Egg?
Breakfast?
Noelle is just like giggling and holding her stomach and bouncing on her toes. And Jack's like looking between her and all of you. And she's like, the moon spirits have been telling the fallen about the egg for generations. We thought it was like symbolism or a metaphor or something. Can I see it?
You mean this thing? Takes out the geode.
Jack comes closer, reaches out her hand to touch the geode, but looks nervous about that. And so she just kind of like leans forward, staring at it. She's like, it doesn't look anything like I imagined it would.
Yeah, it doesn't look a lot like an egg.
Yeah, this is an egg?
You said it was an egg.
Well, that's what Noelle said it was an egg.
Hard boiled.
How do you know Noelle?
Oh, we grew up together, I guess. Because I grew up at the Dream Grove, and then she was also there, and so we just like hung out a lot.
I thought people didn't like shifters.
Oh, yeah, the people don't usually like them. One of my moms is fallen though, and like shapeshifters are just like another one of the fallen. So to them, they're like, whatever, seems fine.
Fallen?
Oh yeah, like dryads and merfolk and moth people and stuff.
Okay.
Where'd they fall from?
Yes, that's a question.
I don't know why they're called that.
Oh, okay.
Grace.
Up.
Well, it's a very big relief to hear that you don't hate shifters.
Oh, I don't. Definitely. No, like Noelle's like my best friend. Noelle has kind of like drifted away from your group at this point and is just looking around the tower.
Did we have any kind of like time crunch here?
No, although once I start doing the prayer that'll send all of us to the Dream Grove, the whole tower is gonna light up really bright. And so, because I did the last one during the day, and so I don't think people really noticed that much. But now it's nighttime, and so I think we're gonna just be like a huge beacon of like, hey, we're in here, we're doing magic stuff.
How long does it take?
Just a couple minutes, so we could do it quick, and then poof, it'd be fine.
What happens to you?
Oh, I'm gonna come with you.
Okay.
Oh, rad.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
That seems fine. Like, they're not going to be able to get in here, right?
Yeah. Did you find Daughter Charlie?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're being loud in the infirmary.
Oh, are they like arrested?
Yeah, kind of.
A little bit.
Oh no.
It seemed kind of like the there's a fairly incompetent guard standing watch, so I think they're going to be okay.
Oh. Do you think we should try to break them out?
They're too wounded.
I talked to the healer who's, I don't remember name. That's in character.
Line.
Hi. Zan don't remember name either. The person I saw here, I don't know. One of the people who's like helping Charlie do with the medical stuff showed me that they shouldn't be walking around or moving.
Okay.
Yeah, they're pretty sick, as far as Zen was explaining.
I mean, not sick. They have
Well,
injuries and that can't be.
Okay, hurt. Semantics.
It's different.
Needs medical attention.
Fight.
It's just fundamentally different things. One of them you can like stick a band-aid on, and the other one you shouldn't.
You mean you don't use band-aids when you get a cold?
Where would you put it?
Wait, are you saying sick shouldn't use a band-aid?
On your nose, obviously.
Why?
Keep all the slime in.
What?
Also, Charlie definitely doesn't need a band-aid.
No, but I was saying that they're two different categories of something wrong with your body.
Jack is just kind of like nervously looking between Erica and Zan as they continue to argue.
Jack, the ritual to send us to the Dream Grove, is that the same one that will like make us daughters?
Oh, no, that's the Moon's Blessing one. I don't think they do it. I mean, the Moon Spirits like are the ones who like facilitate all of the magic of the tower, and so like maybe they'll be like, oh hey, cool, you guys can have a cool daughter's uniform while you're on like the ride to the Dream Grove. I don't know how it works.
That'd be weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Drive-through blessing.
Like, imagine getting on a bus and they're just like, hey, you're a police officer now.
It was part of the plan so that we could cross the borders and stuff and be sort of safe.
Sounds like we're just crossing the borders anyway.
We're above the law.
You would technically be crossing the borders. I'm actually hoping that the Moon Spirits will send all of you, because since you're not daughters, I don't actually know if it's going to work, but it should work. You guys seem like you're in.
You sent all the students, right? Are they daughters?
Yeah. Only the ones who live here, and usually kids are like protected. So Cody, you'll definitely go. And she like pats Cody on the head.
But I don't want to go without them.
They'll probably go too. I'll be there.
Erica says, this is just going to kind of be the rapture, and Erica kind of looks around and sizes each person up.
I'm definitely not going.
If we make it, we make it.
Probably Jasmin will make it there with Cody.
Oh my god, who's gonna watch Hat if I don't make it?
No, Hat's a nasty rat. Hat won't make it. It's fine.
Hat's a pervert.
Hat and I will both be here together. Two dipshits.
At this point, you hear a thump thump and some sort of crashing noise from above you.
Did you do that, Jack?
No.
All right, time to do the ritual.
And she like tries to get her dagger out again.
Nope, don't do the dagger thing.
She dropped it.
You just do the ritual. Yeah.
Okay. Where'd Noelle go? And you look around the room and Noelle is no longer there.
Uh-oh.
I run upstairs.
All right. Yeah, Jasmin, you run upstairs and follow the sound of like things like crashing and banging down a hallway to Ash's office. There is a enormous creature in the corner of the room. It looks like some sort of ferocious badger with tusks and long metal claws and just wild glowing purple eyes. And it is pummeling this metal box in the corner.
Noelle?
Crash, 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 crash. She seems very singularly focused on destroying this metal box or something.
I follow, not hearing that Jasmin's like screaming like she's in pain or anything, so I follow. And I say, oh, there was something on that box that looked a lot like I guess we're calling it an egg.
Oh, so I guess she probably wants that?
I guess so, but it seemed like it was depleted of all of its power.
Noelle, can you understand me?
The big beast turns its head to look at you, just like looks at you.
What do you want? That box? We can see if we can take it with us.
She nods. The big creepy badger's head nods up and down.
Can I investigate it to see if I can remove the egg shard?
Sure. Roll an investigation check.
Why did you say it like that?
Danny DeVito voice, egg.
Egg. That's a 13.
I will help.
Okay, yeah. Jasmin, you can help her.
Nope, 13.
You pick your way across this room that has been pretty trampled. The creature in the corner is like a large grizzly bear perched over this metal box. And yeah, you inch your way closer and pry at the box, and you find the handle that you know that Jack turned to open it up. You crank that open, and the door falls open. Inside, there's like a bunch of wires and mirrors and gears all surrounding a purple crystal that is like tangled up in the wires. The big badger creature snuffles at it and like pushes by your head to like sniff in the box, and then looks at you, and then looks at the thing, and then looks at you.
Yeah, do you want me to grab it?
It nods.
Okay, so I grab it.
Yeah, you
explode.
Liquefaction.
You pull out this piece of crystal. Now that you're holding it and you were like just looking at the geode thing that you brought in from the forest, it's clearly like the same thing, like a fragment of the other one that you have.
Okay. It's very dark crystal. I'm going to hand it to Noelle, or at least hold it out in case she wants to take it.
Yeah, she transforms back into her person self and kind of like smushes her hair out of her face and nods at you, and then looks at Jasmin, and then leaves the room and walks down the stairs.
Cool. I'll put it in my bag.
Maybe it should be put with the other one?
I mean, sure. Does it like have a perfect little slot that the egg shard fits in?
Make an investigation check.
I'll help with that too.
More advantage.
Soon I'll be able to become a real demon at last.
Oh no, goodbye. Oh, that was a natural 20 though on my floor.
All right, nice. Yeah, you reach out with this like small chunk of geode and just place it right into the exact slot that it fits in on the big chunk of geode you have. Altogether, it looks like, I don't know, I guess if you were to estimate the size of this whole thing, it looks like you maybe have a third of it if it was a round boy at some point.
Nice. I guess that's good.
Another piece in the jigsaw puzzle.
We should go back downstairs.
Yes. I'm going to let Jasmin go ahead of me.
Huh?
And Erica's just going to take a look around and see if there's anything that looks useful that she could potentially take.
All right, Jasmine, do you just like go on downstairs?
Yes.
Cool. All right.
My first thought is not stealing from Ash, so yes.
Yep. Erica's like, Ash is arrested. She has no use for any of this. She has no way to get in.
She'll never be unarrested.
It's fine.
Roll an investigation check.
That's a natural 20 again.
Oh my god.
It's all yours now. You're the new Ash.
I'm Ash.
You are Ash now.
I had assumed you were going to do this the last time you were in here. So
But Jack was with me. I couldn't.
Right?
I mean, you could have if you weren't a coward.
All right. You find a poster tube on one of the shelves and you pull it down and pop it open and you find a detailed portable map of the Kingdom of Ness. There are a lot more labels on this than the map of Fell's Keep that you got from Jack a while ago, and like way more detailed than your sketch that you made when you were with Lily in the forest.
I'm going to take out my map and put it in that poster tube and take this one and put it in my poster tube.
So if someone comes and finds this one, they'll open it up and see a map that looks like it was drawn in about 4 minutes.
What the fuck is this? This is drawn in crayon.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's made in colored pencils.
Yep.
Through the colored pencils.
Oh, Ash is just going to think that one of the kids did it.
Check us out. Ocean's 5 over here.
Well, she's going to see her off as trash. I don't think she's going to like immediately check that one.
It's going to be years. This is a long con.
Great. You also find a lot of potions on the shelves in here. A lot of them aren't labeled. And I would imagine Erica's smart enough to not just grab a bunch of unlabeled potions. So, yeah, one of you might. If you want to, let me know. You find 2 that are labeled healing potion. So you now have 2 healing potions. You find 1 labeled necrotic resistance 1 hour. And then a bunch of the other ones are labeled with like specific plant or creature names that you don't recognize.
I'm going to take the smallest looking unlabeled potion. And then I'm also going to take the 2 healing and the necrotic potion.
Beautiful. Yeah, as you're like running your hand along the bottom of the shelf with the potions on it, your finger hits a small latch. And when you like push on it, a tiny little space opens up behind where the potions are. You find 2 more unlabeled potions. One of them is like glittery inside. The other one, the liquid in it is very murky, but you swear there's something moving in it.
I take both.
In there, you also find a journal.
I take that.
Great. Cool. Hell yeah.
I assume I tried to do all of this as quickly as possible, as not to draw suspicion.
Yeah. You don't get to like read anything right now.
Yeah. Okay.
You just come down the stairs 20 minutes later. Hey, what's up? I wasn't doing anything.
Doing nothing.
In the bathroom.
I had to take a big poop. Clank, 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 clank. Okay, great. You go back downstairs?
Yes.
Yeah, when you get down there, Jack is standing with Jasmin, just like looking at this geode, muttering about how pretty it is and how cool this is. And like everyone, I mean, a lot of the Fallen are going to be really excited about this. The moon spirits are going to be super excited. Everyone's going to be super excited. This is so cool.
Okay.
I mean, it's just pieces of rock.
Do your legends talk about what hatched from the egg?
The moon spirits come from eggs.
Oh.
We think. Their way of existing is different than a lot of ours. Like it's closer if you're fallen, but people are like pretty different, and so it's like hard for people to understand what the moon spirits are going on about. But I'm half fallen, and so I get a little of it, but they all work together to make an egg, and then they die, and then the new generation comes from the egg.
Oh,
Cool.
that's nice.
Yeah.
Can we go now?
Oh, yeah, that's probably a good idea. And as she's saying that, another loud thump reverberates through the building.
Noelle?
You turn and she's standing there.
All right, now this time we really should leave. Let's go. Don't take out your dagger.
A box appears over all of our faces and says, "Are you sure you want to proceed? You will not be able to return."
It's okay. I quick saved.
Cody's going to try to figure out where the sound came from.
Okay,
You have any open side quests?
roll a perception check.
Can I create a separate save file?
That is a 6 + 4, 10.
It sounds as though something is hitting the glass of this building because all around you, the walls kind of like shake a little bit. So it's hard to tell which direction it is coming from.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, Jack is extremely nervous. They must be trying to break in. The walls won't hold for very long. Okay, we have to start now.
Yeah,
And she
why'd you make
starts-
them glass?
What?
Yeah, Jack.
Jack just stops in the middle of the ritual and like, what?
Maybe you shouldn't have made them out of glass then.
Oh, I didn't make them.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. And she continues running over to one of the mirrors on the edge of the room and she starts like turning these like cranks and stuff. Okay, so when I start the teleportation process, they're going to be able to see it from outside and the tower's going to light up and they know we're doing something. And so we have to go really fast. And she's like rushing around the room, adjusting all of these mirrors. And the room is getting brighter and brighter as the mirrors are now reflecting the light from the moons into the building.
Put on my sunglasses.
Is there a window I can peek out of while she's doing this?
You could go over to where you know the front entrance to the building used to be. If you want to wander over there, from there, you can like kind of see through the walls of the building because they're made of this like black glass that isn't fully opaque, but it's like pretty dark. And you can see like distorted shapes moving around out there. And then another loud thump happens right next to where you are. And you watch as the glass like shakes a little bit again.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to get in. Let's go.
No. Really?
Okay.
Jack is still running around. She turns and points at Max and then to the mirror he's standing beside. Rotate that one to face the center of the room. And then she points at Zan and then stops pointing at you and then points at Jasmin and is like, rotate that mirror to point his mirror and points at Max.
What?
So Max and
What's
Jasmin.
wrong with me?
I don't know. I thought you'd get mad at me.
Why?
She's like crying at this point.
Okay, just keep going.
Jack, how can I help? I can reach real high. I promise.
Oh, Cody, could
To
you
reach real high. Unlike Zan, she's too short.
hold on to this? And she like gets her dagger out and she's like, no, not that. And she like reaches into her pocket and pulls out like a smooth rock and she like puts it in your hand. She's like, just hold on to that really tight.
Okay, got it.
So I need Max and Jasmin to roll an intelligence check.
Oh boy.
All right.
Don't let Zan do anything. She's too short. She can't reach anything. Cody can reach more than Zan can.
Stan's just walking around the room kicking stuff.
11 plus 2, 13.
I got a 17 minus 1, 16.
Oh shit. All right. Yeah. Max, Coach gave you a task and you do it. You rotate that mirror and it is exactly pointing where it needs to go. You look over and Jasmin has like rotated hers a little bit too far and has to like start cranking in the other direction to like pull it back. And when they eventually meet up, the beam of light is now connected and pointing to the middle.
Maybe you should have let me do it.
You hear another thump and the loud crash of glass cracking. Shouts start to echo down the hallway from where the front door is. Erica, you were close enough to there that you can see a large crack has appeared in the side of the tower. Jack's hands are shaking and tears are streaming down her face. And she says, okay, good enough. Get in the center. Come on, quickly. I'm going to try to send all of us at once.
Okay. Oh,
And
wait. And then Cody squinches his face real quick and he concentrates really hard and then water appears on his shoulder.
Oh, nice.
Okay, now I'm ready.
Yeah, she like chitters and goes like, nom, 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 and like puts her nose in your ear and it's cold.
Oh.
All right, great.
So cute.
So Jack has shepherded all of you to the center of the room and she like steps like just to the side of the two discs on the ground and presses both of her shaking hands to her chest, closes her eyes and starts whispering a spell. From down the hallway, you hear the clatter of more glass breaking and then the stomping of boots on the floor. And Jack is whispering faster now. So the moonlight on you that's reflected around the room is growing brighter and brighter. And just as it becomes almost too bright to see, a golden glove lands on Jack's shoulder. Her eyes fly open, moth wings flaring. And that's the last thing you see before you have to close your own eyes against the blinding moonlight. Zan, you feel that tingle on the back of your neck that reminds you of the rip in space. And when you open your eyes, you're all floating through an endless nebula in a sea of shifting colors and stars. You all hear a beautiful song. Jasmin, you hear the voices that you have come to associate with this place. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And for a moment, everything is still and peaceful and calm. And then you pass through another rip and land in a pile on the ground. You're centered on 2 large white marble discs, but as you look around, you don't see the black glass of the Daughter's Tower in Fell's Keep. Instead, you see an open field and a dark sky dotted with stars and a smear of purple. The real moons are on the horizon, giving you enough light to see a person standing in the long grass before you, and the towering grove of trees beyond her. The person snaps her fingers, and 4 balls of light appear around you. Illuminated, you can see that she's a burgundy tiefling wearing black robes adorned with silver crescent moons. Long black horns emerge from her head and sweep out and back and up, each of them at least 3 feet long and glittering with thin silver chains and pendants looped around them. She looks confused when she sees your party, as though she was expecting someone else. She blinks a few times and then says, "I am daughter Kayla, she, her. Welcome to the Dream Grove."
Find us on Twitter at Dice Disasters, and we have more information about the show and the cast at dicedisasters.com.
Our website was made by Allison Otting, who plays Erica.
Dice Disasters is edited by Alan Brazzell, who plays Cody.
Our cover art is made by our DM, Oliver Northwood.
Our theme song is by People Need Goals, who you can find on Bandcamp or on Twitter at People Need Goals. Their music is incredible, and I'm really happy with the music. It sounds really cool.
Dice Disasters will be updated weekly for the next little bit. For those of you who enjoy the show, it would be amazing if you would subscribe and leave a review. See you next week!
You do hear a wonderful bird, though.
Yeah.
Should I close my window?
Yeah, that's a loud bird.
Sorry, there's like a mockingbird here that's like really excited about practicing its mocking.
Cheep, cheep, cheep.
It's trying to be part of the podcast, or it's making fun of Talia for being in a podcast.
Trying to cast vicious mockery.
Shut up, bird!
I'm in a podcast.
Look at me. I have a podcast. Cheep, 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 hunter's mark.
Stupid bird. Ruins everything. Don't make fun of my hunter's mark.